Domestic violence in Guyana is not being given the urgency that it deserves. For this year alone, guys, 16 women in Guyana lost their lives at the hands of their partner. 16 lost their lives at the hands of someone that said, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna protect you, and they trusted. Guys, I think that it's time that we realize that we need to have a specialized department in Guyana established to deal solely with domestic violence. I'm talking about judges, prosecutors, police officers. Everyone needs to be properly trained and sensitized in these matters to deal with domestic violence. The prevalence is too alarming. We cannot ignore this. We can't ignore this. We can't just get emotional every time this makes the news and then you see an entire community being ripped apart and then nothing, no solid plan is in place to deal with this matter. We can't keep dealing with that. We can't. Our laws need to be repealed. Our prosecutors are not properly trained. Look at this case here. When you read it, the prosecutors did not properly provide adequate evidence, and this guy was able to walk on bail. And then not even 48 hours after, another guy, Mr. Stoll, he stabbed his wife 24 times. 24 times, guys. This was caught on camera, and their child was a witness. 24 times. I don't know about you, but if you stabbing somebody 24 times, you're doing with the intent to unalive them. That guy got bail too. So I think it's safe to say that we need to establish a special domestic violence unit with the judges, prosecutors, everyone being properly trained to deal with these matters. Because not only is it urgent, every single time a domestic violence case occurs, it's a matter of life and death. From the minute it occurs, it's a matter of life and death. And people that have been in these situations are like, oh my goodness, if I had only known that, after this phone call, he would have really go through with things. They would tell you, yes, it's a matter of life and death. And we are seeing a lot of things to do with collusion with these prosecutors and these perpetrators. Because I had a case when I was 19 years old where my partner made an attempt on my life, and the police officers at the court took some money. This guy was sentenced to 6 months and he never served not one night in prison. They took pay and that was it. That was it. I now had to deal with that fear. I had to now go and make additional measures to protect myself and to protect my child. How can we say one Guyana, we love our people, we were brothers and sisters keeper, and then we're seeing things like this happen? We need to protect everyone, the men and the women. There need to be counseling for men. Look at this girl's face. This girl lost vision in her right eye. She has to deal with the shame and the embarrassment that comes with the victim blaming in our culture that's still there, that stigma that's still there. And now she's dealing with not getting justice. She has to deal with the disfigurement and everything that's happening on her face. And then she's probably going to have to do skin grafting and all these different things for her recovery. Guys, we need to demand better. We need to demand more from our leaders, because as we are seeing right now, it's not being taken seriously. So we need to use our collective voices to demand better. I don't care which side you support. This could be at your doorstep, whether it's directly or indirectly. Let me know what you guys think.